Broadway is going through the looking glass with Frank Wildhorn's Wonderland, a modern-day musical spin on the classic Alice in Wonderland tale. We're here at the Marquis Theater to get the scoop on this storybook show. We've got to ask, what brings you out to the theater tonight?
Well, a little Frank Wildhorn, never hurt anybody. I think that he's one of the most brilliant composers ever. I'm thrilled to hear what he's written for this show.
I'm excited to see a new musical, some new music. I love Frank Wildhorn, so I'm very excited to hear some great voices.
This is obviously a fresh take on it. It's a little bit different story. It's like a sequel kind of thing, and I think Frank is such a perfect pairing to go with it to make it into a musical.
Now, this is a story we all know. Alice in Wonderland, very much a part of everyone. What's the most unexpected thing about this version?
Well, you know, we have the characters that you know and love, but we're telling a little bit different story. I think the most unexpected is that Alice is a grown-up.
I think that Alice is not who you expect her to be. And for that reason, I think that she's somebody that I can relate to, and I think an older generation who's not, 9 years old can relate to the story of someone who's gotten to a certain point in their life and realized that all their dreams didn't turn out the way they expected them to.
It's the Alice in Wonderland story-ish. It kind of uses the characters from Alice in Wonderland to tell a very modern story about a woman who is having difficulties that are fairly prevalent right now. Financial, children, work.
Whenever anyone says, like, are you playing Alice? I'm like, no, I'm playing Alice's daughter. They're like, what? So that's definitely unexpected, but it's a contemporary retelling of the story, and I think it's great.
I mean, we have a story where you're really caring about this woman and hoping that she figures out what she needs to find out and find her daughter. And so at the end, I think that people are surprised at how touched they are. I don't think you're usually touched when you're reading Alice in Wonderland, and this is like, it moves people. People are crying at the end.
What is the most unexpected thing, do you think, about this version?
You know what? I think that all the music is different genres, I'm like sort of the jazzy guy. Elgato, the Cheshire Cat, is very Latin music, and you're going to get something for everybody. Everyone's going to grab something from this musical.
And then being a music guy and from the music business, it was always about, okay, I can create all these iconic characters and give them voices. So maybe Aretha Franklin is this, and Pink is that, and Avril Lavigne is that. But that's how this happened, and then it translated itself to the Cheshire Cat being a Rob Thomas or a Santana, and the boy band being a boy band, the White Knight I'm talking about, being Justin Timberlake and the boy band. And it's a lot of fun.
The show, it is Alice in Wonderland. You need a really spectacular Alice. Tell us about working with Janet Dacal.
Dacal, I first saw Janet, like a lot of people, I first saw her in the Heights, and I was just a big fan of that show. And I think what people don't know and won't know from seeing the show is that Janet has also been just a great leader in our cast.
I call her the Dalai Lama because she is probably one of the most calm, easygoing persons I've ever met. She has such a great head on her shoulders.
What can I say about Janet Dacal except for me encanta? Because she's a little cubana chiquita. She is so sweet. There's nobody more pure than Janet Dacal, and she deserves everything that has been given to her. She really is a force that has led our show.
Janet, with her red curly hair and a Cuban American playing Alice, is against all type, what you would think. But you know what? How do you resist that smile and that charm and that emotion and that heart? Fantastic.
Is there a lot of pressure in being the Alice of Alice in Wonderland?
There isn't, because everybody has their version of what they think this character should be, and I can only be myself. So, I just got to trust that that's enough and go out there and share my gifts and hope that people like it. And if they don't, well, then too bad.
What do you love most about Wonderland? What's your favorite thing about the show?
I like it because it's for kids and it's for adults and it's for everyone, basically. I did Les Mis before, so a lot of my friends couldn't go to it. But now I'm like, come on, it's fun, it's for everyone. So now everyone can go. I love it.
I think what's the most beautiful thing about our show is that we have such wonderful messages that we're telling. It's not just the story that people know and love. There's some real heart to this story, and I think that transcends, and audiences of all ages can come and see it. It's a real family show, and there's a lot of fun humor that adults will get and will go through over the kids' heads, and then the kids will fall in love with the characters that they've read about and they've seen in the movie, so it's wonderful.
It's about finding Wonderland in our own lives, which, us, New Yorkers who go so fast and tend to be a little cynical sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to realize that there's a little Wonderland in every day.